Me, my, me, my. Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. This is like 2 or 3 years in the making where I have started this channel, taken it down, started again, posted reels, shorts, stopped posting them, posted them again. Like, it's just been like years of this. And so here we are now. And I am excited to share with you today 5 things you must do if you are going to sell at market this summer. It is April here. You would think it would be like really sunny and happy or something, and there's like blooms and stuff, but it's snowing right now. There's so much snow outside, but we are preparing anyways. We're gonna pretend and we're gonna prepare for summer because the Lord says that as long as the earth is in existence, there will be summer, winter, spring, fall. So we're trusting that. We're going to jump into this video. 5 things that you must do if you are going to sell at market. So first, learn your state laws, you guys. Every state is different. The state I am currently in, you cannot sell anything fermented from your own home unless you have a licensed kitchen. Well, I can't sell sourdough starter, I can't sell dehydrated starter, I can't sell sourdough bread at all. Same with kombucha and even kombucha scobies. I can't sell those at market, I can't sell them at all. And so that is a big thing. Double check your state laws. Are you allowed to sell chicken eggs without a licensed kitchen? Because some states you have to have a licensed kitchen just to sell the eggs. And so even in my state, I'm allowed to sell up to 1,000 processed birds before I need a licensed kitchen. And so that would be like 1,000 chickens that are processed. It can also sell breads of any other kind, so baked goods of any other kind outside of the fermented sourdough. And I can sell any amount of that at market. I think there might be a limit of like money that I'm allowed to make off of that, but I do not have to have a licensed kitchen to sell bread and to sell like muffins and baked goods. So check with your state laws. That is my biggest, that is the biggest, most important. You'll also find that perhaps there's many things that you can sell that you would not have thought that you could sell. For example, the baked goods. If you're looking to make certain kinds of soap and skincare, those also oftentimes have regulations to them. So that is my biggest tip from this whole thing, is check your state laws. My second point, research pricing. So this, I know that if you are planning on selling at market this season, you need to know the pricing before market begins. You good? My arm is down here petting my dog. So if I look like this for the rest of the video, that's fine. You are looking to start selling at market on the opening day of your market. That can be a little harder because you won't have a feel or much knowledge on the pricing for that specific market, but I definitely believe there are ways around that. I did a lot of research through YouTube to find good prices before taking to market. And so I'll share with you a few examples of what I sell and how much I sell them for at market. Zucchini, for example. I sold small zucchinis for $2 and large zucchinis for $3. A lot of people do the opposite because a lot of people think that larger zucchinis are not as profitable and people don't want the larger zucchinis. That is not necessarily true. I sold every single one at market. I sold basically every single zucchini I took to market. I had small pumpkins, those cute white pumpkins that I think I sold for $3 as well. I sold a bundle of parsley for $1, sometimes lower. You can market yourself as pesticide, chemical free, and that can help with pricing as well. I sold a bag of kale in those I used brown paper bags, and I will leave all of my garden like market essentials in the caption below. I'll have a link to my Amazon storefront that will give you everything that I use for market, for selling at market with my garden. So different things like that, like what quality does your produce bring, right? It's homegrown, it's local, it's generally pesticide and chemical free. And what other attributes does your farming and your gardening have that might allow you to sell things for a greater price? So for example, I do most of the labor, and so it's extremely intimate garden. And so it comes straight from the person that grows it and nurtures it and cares for it and packages it right to you, right? The consumer. And so there's things like that. I use a lot of gardening methods that are really sustainable to the earth and to the soil. I do a lot of regenerative gardening. That takes a lot of time, that takes a lot of organic matter. I had to learn more about composting as well, and the list goes on, right? I use a lot of heirloom seeds. We do a lot of seed saving. So there's a lot of beautiful things that are part of growing my garden for the market. And this, especially as I learn more, and this is my second year going to market, as I learn more and as I really refine my gardening process, those things add to the story of the farm and the story and quality of your produce. So take all of this into account when you are pricing your produce or your baked goods, whatever it may be, your soaps. Take these things into account when you are pricing. But as well, make sure you're doing research on the pricing. So you can do that by visiting other markets in your area. You can do that by chatting with other people who sell at market or purchase from market. If you already know what these are, like price wise for your market because you frequent your farmer's market, then that would be a really good place to start for you. And so generally just research pricing, do you follow people online that sell at farmers market or have a farm stand? What does that look like? What are their pricing? And I chatted as well with my mom because she and my father owned a garden and orchard when I was young, and they were a great resource for me to learn how much to price things, especially taking into account, of course, inflation over the years. But that's a really good place to start. Keep notes of all this, watch the videos online, chat with people, visit markets in your area, and use all of these different outlets to choose your pricing. Number 3, and one of my favorites, would be to befriend your farmer's market. So this would be people in charge of your farmer's market, people that work in the farmer's market, other people that are alongside you with a booth in farmer's market. I want you to learn from them. If there's a symposium, go to the symposium. If there's an email sent out, read the email. Really try to connect with your farmers market and those in charge. This will help you have a greater understanding. What are you doing? Of your local farmers market and how it works. Gonna. Another thing that I suggest is to ask about a co-op tent or a co-op group. So something really cool that my farmers market does is it has a co-op table. So this is for people like me who's really busy and doesn't always have Saturday mornings and early afternoons off for market. This is also for people who don't have a lot of produce but want to make some money off of their produce. Is a co-op table. So I would suggest asking your farmer's market, emailing, calling them, to see if they have a co-op table that you can join. If not, I would 100% recommend this to every farmer's market. And so if your farmer's market does not have a co-op tent, 100% pitch this idea to the farmer's market. Our co-op tent is basically always full, and it's got a beautiful array of different items. And it is extremely helpful for people that want to sell at market but don't have the time, and that don't have enough produce or goods to fill an entire tent. So I absolutely love this idea. I use the co-op table basically every week at my farmer's market, and it is a really great way to be able to work, continue my farm at home, and also be able to sell at market. And so I 100% believe that every market needs one of these. Our specific farmers market also takes a percentage of what you make during the day so that they can get compensated for their work selling your produce, baked goods, or whatever it is at the co-op tent. And so pitch this idea. Tip number 4 is to be more confident. So a lot of us step into this feeling extremely unconfident, is that word, or feeling like they don't know enough about farmers market or about selling or about pitching or about chatting with customers throughout the day. And I feel like a lot of time that can hold you back from being like authentic or from being confident in this area. And so definitely be more confident, understand that it is like a new realm for you, and it's okay if it isn't perfect. A lot of what we do in life is experiment, and that's what I call my farm and my garden is an experimental farm. So we are constantly experimenting with different things. And so a big tip that I have for you is to be confident and be curious. So especially if you're not confident in your pricing, if you're not confident in your booth setup, all of these different things in your communication skills. All these things are just places for us to experiment in. So definitely when you go into it, especially the first week or two, go into it without expectation. You want to learn the natural rhythm of how you work in this environment, how your pricing works in this environment, how many people are going through the market at this time of year, and knowing that that is a ever-changing thing. Sometimes people come to the market for more of like skincare soaps, locally made, like goat's milk soap and things like that. Sometimes people are at the market for the booths of food or the baked goods or the starts or the veggies. So there's a wide range of people that sell at market and people that buy at market. And so definitely know if there's a bad week, that's not always on you. That is also on primarily the weather, what time of year it is, and the customers that show up. And so definitely be more confident going into this. Don't always assume that you are at fault for something, but also be really willing to experiment and learn. My last tip would be similar to the previous one, where it's not necessarily a tip, but more of a way that you can change your mindset, would be to give yourself time. So I did market for the first time last year, and it took about a month into the market being open for me to have anything to bring. And so give yourself time, give your garden time, give your hands time, give your baked goods time, and allow yourself to not be in a rush to constantly make sure that you are able to be at market on the first day it opens, but instead allow yourself grace for starting something new like this. And even this year, though I learned from a lot of my mistakes from last year, and I'm trying new techniques to be able to join market at an earlier time this year. I'm also learning to bring more to the table than just produce so that I can sell during the entire season instead of just when my produce is producing. So I was able to learn from my mistakes from last year, but primarily because I gave myself time. And so give yourself time and understanding and grace. And again, at every point in this, make sure that you are looking at each step as a sort of a scientific experiment. Like you have a hypothesis of how you want it to go, but we're going to let it naturally take its course, whether or not that lines up with our goals. And so definitely have goals, but give yourself time, give yourself grace. Understand that even if you don't get in the market the first month, you can still make a really good amount of money through July through to September. And so definitely do not fret about missing a month. Do not fret about missing one or two markets here or there. And overall, just allow this to be an experiment for you. Allow this to be a time where you learn so that next year you can make different improvements that will set you up for a greater market come your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth time joining the market. Overall, joining the market is something that I recommend to everyone. Being a part of your local community, your local economy is beautiful, and it is something that we need to go back to in these times that we see so many crazy things happening. So these are my tips. Again, I have all of my essentials linked below for joining the market. This is for baked goods and gardening specifically because those are the two things that I do. So if you are like, I want to join market, but I need the supplies, I'm not sure what to package my food in, do I bring bags? For the customers are wondering about signs, labels, everything like that. It's all going to be linked below. All of my favorite things, from packaging to the string that I use to tie produce together, like all of the things are linked below. It makes it so much easier to just have a list of like, this is what has worked for somebody, and it can really help you prepare and not feel so disorganized or like you aren't sure where to start. It's a good foundation for if you're selling baked goods and produce at the market. So check that out. My garden essentials linked below in the caption. Along with that, you'll find our Instagram and our website and Pinterest and any other socials that we have. Definitely subscribe, turn on that notification bell for more content like this, as we're going to start posting more on this YouTube channel. Also in the comment section, or you can email us or find us on Instagram. Tell us what you want to see on this channel and I'll be happy to share. Thank you guys so much. Have a blessed week, and until next time, bye bye.